Welcome, you're watching this YouTube live right here on NDTV's YouTube platform. My name is Sanket Upadhyay, and one of the stories that we are going to discuss today on the channel and also on this YouTube live is the Citizenship Amendment Bill. Now, it has been in the news for a very long time, but why are we talking about it today? Well, the Union Cabinet has passed or cleared or given its nod for the Citizenship Amendment Bill. And CAB, as it is known, is going to come up in front of both the Houses of Parliament anytime, either next week or in this Parliament session. Hopefully as soon as possible is what we are hearing from the government. So some of the things that one needs to understand, because there is still a lot of confusion, there is a lot of talk around Citizenship Amendment Bill, but what exactly is it? I would like to begin by telling you all that. For all those who do not know. So what is Citizenship Amendment Bill? This is a bill which provides Indian nationality to 6 communities of 6 religions. These are Hindus, Christians, Sikhs, Parsis, Jains and Buddhists who are fleeing persecution from Pakistan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh. Right? So this is in a way an attempt to give citizenship to minorities from 3 countries that are either Islamic states or they are Muslim majority countries, Islamic State of Pakistan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh. So Hindus, Christians, Sikhs, Parsis, Jains and Buddhists who want to flee the persecution from these 3 countries can avail Indian citizenship, and as far as this bill is concerned, Citizenship Amendment Bill, they can get the citizenship. Now a lot is being said. First of all, let me give you a little bit of more idea of what exactly is this bill. The bill amends the Citizenship Act of 1955 to make illegal migrants in the select categories eligible for citizenship. So as of now, any one of these communities who were not Indian nationals, they would come to India and they would seek refuge. They will not become Indian citizens, but they would seek refuge. Here, they don't have to illegally migrate. They do not have to seek refuge. They just have to apply for Indian citizenship. And as far as this law is concerned, this new law is concerned, they will get that Indian citizenship. I hope you see the one community that is missing in all these communities that have been listed are the Muslims. So anyone who is fleeing persecution from Pakistan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh, who is either a Hindu, Christian, Sikh, Parsi, Jain or a Buddhist, can apply and get Indian citizenship. Now that's the contentious which the opposition says is unconstitutional. Now what does the government say? So a lot of people from the government have spoken about this. They have often also looked at this as a need. The government looks at this as a need. They feel that this legislation is the top priority of the government. They're saying that this is almost equal to Article 370. It is as significant as Article 370 for the Indian government. Let me quickly quote Rajnath Singh as saying, he says, minorities in the neighboring theocratic countries have been subjected to continuous persecutions in neighboring countries, which are all either Islamic states or Muslim majority countries. They say that the people from these religions who are minority there have often been persecuted and which forced them to seek asylum in India. Giving citizenship to 6 minorities will be yet another push from the Modi government to the spirit of Sarva Dharma Sambhav. That's the government's explanation on why they want to go ahead with the Citizenship Amendment Bill. But it is important for you to know what the opposition is saying. The opposition says that this is a sort of a legislation which is going to be at odds with the Constitution. It is not going to be something which will agree or abide by the basic tenets of our Constitution. Why do they do that? The Constitution does not differentiate between citizens on the basis of their faith. And this bill chooses to do exactly that, because it talks about Sikhs communities who are not Indian nationals but want to escape persecution from these 3 Islamic countries. And in these 6 categories, there is no mention of Muslims. Also, it very specifically talks about these 6 religions or 6 communities. The constitution, the opposition says, does not give the luxury to the government to differentiate on the basis of religion. So that's why this bill will be at odds with the constitution. That's the basic point that they're making. Now, who all are opposing or supporting this bill? You've got the Congress, which is opposing. You've got Trinamool Congress, which is opposing. Of course, a lot has been said about their own brand of politics. The DMK in the south is opposing. Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh is opposing. The Rashtriya Janata Dal in Bihar is opposing. The left is opposing. Even regional parties like BJD have been a sort of fence-sitters. They've not made their position very clear, but there are many allies of the BJP also, like the Ahom Gana Parishad or the AGP, which seem to have warmed up to the idea of Citizenship Amendment Bill after the government basically said that they will take care of the concerns that they have raised. Initially, they were also against it. If you remember, in 2019, even before the Lok Sabha elections, there was this buzz that the government will get the Citizenship Amendment Bill close on the heels of the NRC. So people were reading these 2 things in conjunction. That one, and this is what the opposition was saying, that one is that you throw out Muslims from this country by way of NRC, and then you get a Citizenship Amendment Bill to get in people from other religions who are non-Muslims into the country. You legalize their entry into the country. This has been a major issue of concern with most opposition leaders. So on 2 counts, the opposition is upset. On one hand, the opposition says, and many parties in the Northeast feel, that this is an anti-minority agenda of the government. And on the other hand, they feel that it is unconstitutional. So that is the 2-pronged attack of the opposition as far as Citizenship Amendment Bill is concerned. There are many regional parties that are expected to support the government also. This includes the Shiromani Akali Dal, as well as, and still the position is not completely clear, the Janata Dal United. They are allies in Bihar, but what exactly their position is going to become a chance for voting of a bill like this, it'll be interesting to see. Some parties in the south have taken a cautious approach. A party which is known to be now technically close to the BJP, the AIA-DMK, they are also fence-sitters like the BJD. Now, another important question is, will the government be able to get the bill passed? Well, pure arithmetic. In the Lok Sabha, most certainly, because they've got the numbers, 350 plus for the NDA, and the BJP on its own is crosses 300. So, hell yes, they can. In the Rajya Sabha, they are expecting and they're banking on the support of the Akalis who have extended support. The JDU, which in all likelihood may give support, though it'll be interesting to see what will happen over the weekend or over the next 2 days when this bill or whenever this bill comes to voting. They are also reaching out to certain friendly parties, say for instance the AIA-DMK, and they are hoping that there will be many parties who will help the government by walking out. So they will appear to be opposing, however they will end up helping the government. So they will walk out to give a walkover to the government. This is also a floor strategy which the government can deploy. Now, another significant point, what are the northeastern states, why were they opposing the bill? Well, long ago the Citizenship Amendment Bill had raised concerns in the northeast that when you give citizenship to foreign refugees, then you undermine the ethnic communities of that area, which means that you are in a way legalizing what you were fighting, which was being done illegally. That is the illegal immigration from Bangladesh or from other countries into India. So you're only legalizing that process. It's just that instead of Muslims here, there will be people from 6 other communities. So that has been one of the allegations and a cause of huge worry in the Northeast. In fact, The government says, or there is talk, in fact even today the government met representatives from the northeast to assure them that none of this is going to happen. The ethnicity is going to be retained and it will remain, and northeastern states do not have to work. There are some formulations also that are being worked about, like provisions of citizenship not leading to residency status, which means that there will be some form of a what should I say? It's I don't know whether it's a fair comparison or not, but a sort of a 35A, if you were, or maybe anyone who's a domicile of that state will get the first right over resources, and will also have certain reserved. I don't know, maybe they will have certain resources reserved for them. And I was just looking for the right word so that I don't get it wrong. For instance, that property rights. So there is every possibility that anyone who's granted citizenship will not be granted the right to buy property in certain areas that are where there is a lot of reservation or resentment to this particular move. So all of these formulations are in fact being spoken about even as we speak, and those negotiations are presently ongoing. So this is what it is about the Citizenship Amendment Bill. I hope I was able to answer as many questions as I could, because this is a very basic explainer on a very complicated issue which has resulted in a lot of politics. Of course, the politics is going to play out whenever this comes on the floor of the House in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha for voting. That's all the time we have in this broadcast. Do keep watching this YouTube platform, as I will intend to give you or intend to explain complicated stories further and also tell you the top news stories of the day. That's a wrap then. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.